Live from downtown St. Joseph, you're watching News Press Now.
Good evening and thank you for watching News Press Now. I'm Kirsten Stokes with your top stories tonight at 5 p.m. News Press Now has learned that the long-awaited construction of a downtown hotel in St. Joseph this year will not move forward. This comes after the hotel's developer and property owner informed the city it will miss its August 31st deadline for construction. News Press Now's Cameron Montemere was downtown by the hotel site for the latest on that. Cameron.
Yeah, the same economic challenges that delayed construction of a hotel in downtown St. Joseph last year have officially sunk an agreement that would have seen construction this August of a 125-room downtown Marriott hotel in St. Joseph. And with that agreement now set to be dissolved, city officials moving forward with any prospective downtown hotel developer will have to start from square one. City leaders received an official notice Tuesday afternoon from hotel developer HDDA that attempts to secure the remaining $8 million for construction of a planned Courtyard by Marriott hotel were not successful due to continued challenges in the capital market. St. Joseph Planning and Community Development Director Clint Thompson said the hotel agreement between the city and the developer will be dissolved, meaning any future negotiations and planning will start back at square one, further prolonging development.
Although the project may not move forward in its current state, the city is still hopeful that the project will occur, even if it's not with the current ownership.
Thompson said the hope is HDDA, the current owners of the property as well, will be the one to move forward with redevelopment of the property in the future. HDDA told the city it intends to continue seeking options for financing and will provide status updates periodically on their progress.
I think the developer will eventually decide whether or not they have the ability to move the project forward, and if they decide at some time in the near future that another entity may have a better opportunity, I'm sure they will transfer ownership to the next entity that can move that project.
Ultimately, City Council will have to endorse and support any new project proposal and potential incentives tied to it. The developer has already invested over $1.5 million into demolition, architectural, and engineering fees and other pre-construction costs. The failed agreement is a blow to the city after years of planning had them on the doorstep of breaking ground on the project. Construction of a downtown hotel is viewed by many as critical for improving needed hotel space and improving the long-term economic outlook for downtown St. Joseph. And data supports it. St. Joseph has one of the highest average daily rates for hotel use in the state. By comparison, Joplin, Missouri has roughly 2,800 more hotel rooms than St. Joseph, despite having 25,000 fewer people.
Downtown is an ingredient into the success of the overall community. And so as an important aspect of our community, downtown is a focus not only of the City Council, but an increased emphasis to ensure that anything the city can do to help stimulate reinvestment in that area, we want to be a part of.
Despite the agreement falling through and with no set timetable for when discussions could re-engage, Thompson said going back to the drawing board could allow them to potentially pursue one or even multiple downtown hotel projects, with conference and meeting space being a priority component for either.
I think the opportunity to probably double the existing rooms that existed previously from the prior hotel is still on the table.
Cameron Montemere, News Press Now.